Social today's show. So my name is Jonathan Pollinger of Intranet Future. Welcome this morning to everybody who's joining in with this roundup of social media news. Welcome Marcus, welcome to the other people who are joining in this morning. So big news breaking this morning, sad death of David Bowie announced, quite a shocker there, and just thought I'd reference that before we get going this morning. David Bowie's death is currently the top trending item on both Facebook and on Twitter. Good morning, Sue. Good morning to everybody else joining in today. So, RIP to David Bowie, somebody who was a great influence on my youth and when I was growing up. So we pretty much used to listen to. Okay, so moving on to social media news. Good morning, Sue. Good morning. News from Facebook last week that the Messenger app, good morning, Rita, Messenger app has now reached an amazing 800 million users. And there's some interesting debate now about whether phone numbers are actually going to disappear and whether 2016 will be the year that phone numbers disappear, with so many people using Facebook Messenger. So last year, Facebook made the decision, which at the time had quite a bit of resistance from users. Users generally don't like change, of splitting Messenger off as a separate app on a mobile device, and that has certainly benefited Facebook with these 800 million users. Because the interesting thing with Facebook Messenger is that you don't have to be a Facebook user to be registered on Facebook. You can just get set up with a phone number, just like you can on WhatsApp. So if you want to use Facebook Messenger with colleagues and contacts, do bear that in mind, that you don't actually have to be on Facebook. If you're not making much use of it, and you're probably making use of the standard sort of text messaging type features, chat messaging on Facebook Messenger, there is an awful lot more to it, so definitely worth checking out in terms of using for voice calls, video calls. You know, basically if you've got an internet connection, it can often be a better service than your standard mobile phone provider. Certainly a better service than for me, compared with my EE mobile phone. If I'm in and around Cheltenham, it works much better. And of course you've got video capability as an option there as well. I was talking to my nephew, over in Thailand over Christmas, using Facebook Messenger. Absolutely no problems at all, and also use it regularly in the UK. Let's check what other news item we've got. Always some fair bit of news from Facebook. So yeah, Oculus Rift. So it's one of my predictions in my blog post on social media predictions for 2016, that virtual reality will become a thing this year. And Oculus Rift now available for pre-order. So this is the headset from Oculus Rift that Facebook purchased last year, and quite a lot of complaints among Twitter users in particular that it's expensive. So it's around about £500 that you can pre-order it for, but there's a lot of technology in there which the makers are basically referring to and justifying the price. Apparently they're not making any profit on it. So yeah, how does this affect Facebook and social media? Well, I think what's going to happen here is, you know, it's as a device, it's going to be very popular with gamers. That's probably going to be its principal application. So basically, rather than looking at a screen and playing your computer game online, you can do that wearing a virtual reality headset. But of course, it's all about film and experiences. So if basically any experience can be filmed using the right technology, 360 degree video technology, then you can benefit from wearing the headset. So obviously there's all sorts of applications there in terms of sharing experiences and communication, exactly the sort of things that Facebook are about. So definitely one to watch. The Android news feed is now working a lot better. You might have noticed this if you've got a poor internet connection. So this was originally developed for use in developing countries where internet access not so good. But welcome, Nikki. Good morning. It also has a positive application for developed countries. So, for example, in the UK, if you're on the underground or stuck in a tunnel or somewhere like Cheltenham, which has poor mobile phone reception, then you can basically still browse content that has been pulled down on your newsfeed when you've had a connection, and then when you get the connection back, you can pick up the stories again. So it works pretty well now. You might have noticed this if you haven't got very good internet access. So that's a good thing there. Twitter. So interesting development with Twitter. Their sort of share price dived again last week with talk of 10,000. Characters replacing 140 characters. I don't think this will ever happen. Basically, they might introduce a new style tweet, a sort of blog style tweet, perhaps to accommodate the 10,000 characters, and perhaps a specific ad format. So a specific sort of tweet that you can pay for to go over the 140 characters. But there's no way that they're going to replace the 140 characters with 10,000 character tweet. Can't see that at all. Other news from Twitter this week: they've made their first acquisition in the hardware field. Basically, a headphones maker called Music. They've taken over. That's MUZIK. So that's quite interesting. First time they've done that. And conversational ads. Yeah, talking of Twitter ads. Two things on ads, conversational ads. We'll just have a quick look at that actually. So conversational ads, the idea here, let me just blow up the screen a little bit, is that get an ad like this from a business called the Barista Bar. Which coffee blend is right for you? Our house blend or a premium dark roast? And then options to click a couple of different hashtags here. And if we scroll down a bit, after you've clicked the button, the tweet comes out. My favorite coffee blend is the house blend, if you've clicked the house blend hashtag there. And afterwards, you'll get a tweet back saying thank you for telling us what you think. So a new style format there from Twitter called conversational ads. So it's something that I'll be working with clients, I'm sure, after I've played around with it myself. And final piece of news from Twitter is that ads, something I have actually mentioned before, but the ads on Twitter will now actually be available to logged out users, or rather they're testing this, including in the UK. So even if you're logged out of Twitter, you're going to start to see ads, which of course, if you're using ads to promote your business, is a good thing, because you're reaching a wider market. LinkedIn, no real news on LinkedIn, but I'm going to be writing a blog post soon on sort of all the bugs that exist in LinkedIn, and because it's really worth a blog post because there are so many. So just to mention a couple of points that sort of irritate me. So basically, you can't do anything with the blogging side of LinkedIn. Posting a blog post on LinkedIn via the mobile app, which is highly irritating. So you can't search for blog post, you can't write a blog post, and I've had several clients moaning about this. People that are on the road all the time, they like the new mobile app on LinkedIn, but they can't do anything related to blogging. And another one I noticed the other day, somebody kindly made a recommendation for me on LinkedIn, and when I clicked that, I noticed that on my phone. So when I clicked that on the phone, absolutely nothing happened. I was just taken to the messaging area and I couldn't view the recommendation. So it definitely seems to be some sort of fault there, which is crazy. So you're getting a mobile notification, you want to find out more about that notification, and you just get to a dead end. So more about that in an upcoming blog post on intranetfuture.com/blog. And finally, just a bit of news from Pinterest to improve the shopping side of Pinterest and the search side of Pinterest. They've just made a couple of acquisitions, a couple of companies called The Hunt and Pext. So look out for improvements on both the shopping side technology and search side of things on Pinterest. Of course, Pinterest, something I announced last year. I've now got visual search, which is really interesting. So you can basically select an item on screen. Let's say you select a bowl of fruit in a picture, and you'll get other bowls of fruit and similar occurring in your search results. So that's it for today. Notice everyone's been fairly quiet today, so maybe you're just a bit slow at the start of this week. But I hope everyone has a fantastic week. If you have got any questions or comments quickly before I go, do chip in, or any feedback at all. Tomorrow I'll be providing a tip as usual, it being Tuesday. Wednesday we'll be looking at an example or case study. Thursday there'll be a tool. And welcome Karen, good morning, and hope to do an interview with somebody relevant in the world of digital marketing, or perhaps a client on Friday. So whatever you're doing today and for the rest of the week, I hope it's productive for you. You can reach out to me at any time at intranetfuture, preferably Twitter, but pretty much at intranetfuture across social media. So thanks for watching, and back tomorrow.